What's up, guys? This is going to be my tutorial on how to paint the coolant reservoir, the pressurized coolant reservoir on the 2012 and up Nissan 370Zs and maybe G37s. To remove it, there will be two 10 millimeters right there and there. There will be a plastic or rubber hose here you'll have to disconnect, here, which is that one on the ground, and one right there, which is this one. You just pinch those clamps together, something like that, and pull. You kind of got to tug them. I'm going to be using some VHT Wrinkle black spray paint. I am also going to, you should thoroughly clean the surface before you do anything. And I'm only going to be painting the top half that you can see because I'll need to know the min and max line. And so I'm going to mask the bottom half off. And so once you've cleaned it very well, I rinsed out the inside too. You're going to want to, well, this is what I'm doing. I'm going to wet sand it with 1500 grit, just really lightly, just in case it helps the paint get a better bond. I've already taken off the min-max sticker that usually goes right there. I have that inside. Make sure you don't lose it. And I think that's about it. I'm making this video because I haven't seen anyone else use it on plastic. And make sure you do this when you spray it, you're in a well ventilated environment. So I'm gonna sand this thing down to get a little base coat or whatever that the paint will stick to, and then I will update y'all. I'm not gonna be using any primer simply because, or like adhesion helper, because I just simply don't have any. Okay, so I sanded the reservoir and taped off everything I need to tape off. And so now I'm going to apply the spray. I should do this between 60 and 95 degrees with low humidity. It's exactly 60 outside for me today. I didn't check the humidity, but there doesn't feel like any. You're going to want to shake this for around a minute or two, and then you're going to want to do 3 heavy coats according to the VHT application video on their YouTube. You're going to want to do one just vertically, you're going to want to do one horizontally and one diagonally. You're going to allow 5 to 10 minutes between spraying for it to dry. And so I'm going to take this now and then do my first coat. So I've now got the can shook for around a minute, and I'm going to put some gloves on just because I'm going to pick the thing up and spray the underside of this piece, and I don't want to grab the paint on the section I've already sprayed. The directions also say that you can put it in your oven after applying this at 200 degrees for 1 hour. But when I was reading online about whether or not this could be applied to plastic, I was reading some people saying that it could give toxic fumes, and so I'm not going to do that. I don't know if that's true or not true, but I'm just going to use a heat gun like they do in their video. And yeah, I moved, if I didn't already say, I moved the camera so that you could see a better angle in the sun before I was in the way. Honestly, I don't know, I might not pick this piece up. I might just get down low and spray from below. And then when you're done, you are going to want to turn it upside down and then spray this until clear gas comes out to clear the nozzle. And you're supposed to allow 24 to 48 hours to dry, if I didn't already say that. So I'm just going to do a test spray on that piece I have over there and then start. Okay, so I just did a test spray and I'm going to start on the coats. So 3 heavy coats are needed. I'm going to go back on this other side. Stuff is heavy, so do it in a ventilated area. I'm not sure if that was too much or too little, but that's my first horizontal coat. Okay, so it has been around 8 minutes since I did the first coat vertically, so now I'm going to do this one horizontally, and I've decided to not pick up the container and try and do the bottom half, because I figured this coating is going to be strong enough, or whatever the word is, enough to make it so that you can't see any of the yellow through it. And so, since it's been sitting 8 minutes, I'm going to shake it some more, and now do my horizontal coats. Try to not let this get all over me, but still want to get good coverage. And so there's the second coat. Now I'm going to set another timer and we wait. Okay guys, so I'm about to do the third coat, and if you can see, I can kind of see it on camera, this side that's sitting in the sun already has started to wrinkle, so I'm going to shake this up and do my last heavy diagonal coat, diagonal coat, and then I'm going to let it sit for 24 hours. Or I'm going to try heat gunning it really quickly. I'm not really sure what the recommended process is for when you're supposed to use the heat gun. Just spray it, and how should I? I'm just going to go diagonally. Okay, the wind's blowing that way. Yeah, blowing that way, so I'm going to go diagonally like this. Now I'm going to go upside down. That's not needed, but I'm too particular. Now I'm gonna hold it upside down to clear the nozzle. Okay, nozzle's clear. Cap back on, and then I'll just let it sit. And then I'll update this with the result. Hey guys, so this is an update on how it's looking. This is about after an hour-ish of drying. And honestly, I'm not really a fan. I don't know what I did wrong there either. I don't know if I used too much paint or if I didn't use enough. So the reason I say that is because you can see like it's flaking up or whatever right there. I don't know what the term for that would be. I'm not going to put it in my oven because of the fumes. So I'm going over it with a heat gun right now. Doing the same thing over here. This shit smells terrible, so don't leave this in. But so far, I'm not too happy with it. And I say that because just the texture it has right now. Like on the sides of like that piece right there, if y'all can see, I think the side of that piece sticking up looks perfect. But nowhere else looks like that. The instructions do say that it'll get more wrinkled with over time, but I don't really know about that. So a bit disappointed so far. The only inconsistency I'm seeing at the moment is that this side is much more like textured than the other side, and the only thing I can think of for that is that this side was in the sun and got more heat, but I don't really know. Since the thing says that it takes time to develop the wrinkles, I'm not really going to make a final decision yet, but at the moment I'm not exactly too happy. The only issue, I would just do another coat, but the only issue I have is that I don't know if this was the result of me not giving it enough paint, or if it was because I didn't, or if it's because I used too much. But I'm going to continue heat gunning this. And hey guys, so I know this is not the best lighting, but it is like 8 p.m. now. This is relatively cured, decent amount, but I'm not sure if y'all can see it well, but the left side is much more wrinkly than the right. I think I showed it earlier, but as y'all can see, I don't know if it was the sun or what. I'm also having in the corner there that little effect. I don't really, it looks like a wrinkle to me, but when I look up like wrinkle paint won't, and then I don't know what to like search, because I don't want to say wrinkle paint won't wrinkle. I just don't really know what to search to figure out what I'm doing wrong. There's some more right there. So I said in the previous clip, I don't know if I put too much on or didn't put enough on, but I just realized while looking at it, I was going over it with the heat gun right here. It's completely smooth. So I'm willing to guess I did not put enough on. And so right now I'm gonna spray another layer. I haven't really decided vertically or horizontally or what. But in addition to that, I also didn't get it in that section as well as I wanted. It's still yellow in there. And so I'm gonna go over that again. Oh, similar to this similar to this section right there. It kind of looks better on camera actually, but it looks really flat on the end. So I guess I'm gonna go with another layer. I'm not going to record this one just because it's so dark out and it's freezing. And I'm also doing this right now because it's cold. Oh wait, this might be a bit too cold. Anyways, I don't care. I'm doing it. and I will update with what it looks like once dry. Alright guys, so this is like 30-ish seconds after I just sprayed again, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself. I got way out of control, and I think I sprayed like a bit too much. I first did a coat just like that. Actually no, my first coat was in this direction so that I could get the yellow in there, so I went like that, and then I reversed it and just went like that the whole way. It's just that way. But then I noticed that the sides were still super wrinkly, like more than the top, and so I did the sides again too, and then I saw another spot that wasn't good, and so I sprayed it. I'll have to see how it looks. I don't think it'll be terrible. I'm just kind of disappointed that I let myself spray so much. But I'm just gonna set another 5 to 7 minute timer, and then I'm probably just gonna do one more coat for a total of 5. I don't think I'm gonna need 6, but I will update with what it looks like. Okay guys, so this is the morning after. I did just heat gun it really quickly for like 30 seconds, but the effect is coming out a bit better. I can't really tell why this side isn't getting wrinkles on it. I'm now thinking it's because of like the curve or the smoothness, but at the same time it doesn't really make much sense to me because the rest of this is curved. Just that is the sharpest curve and sharpest drop. It looks better than it was before. I'm just curious to see how it holds up in the end. There's that little tag on the end. And the pieces that were slightly bubbling earlier, right there, and right there. Not sure if it'll focus or not. They look a bit better, but still could be perfect. And I'm probably not going to do any more coats or any more heat gunning. I will just let that cure for another 24 to 48 hours. All right, guys, so this is the finished product. 72 hours later. I would definitely recommend waiting 72 hours and not 48, unless you're going to cook it in your oven. Baking it in the oven just makes smaller wrinkles, and it obviously cures it faster. The only complaints I have on this, I've kind of already gone over them, and those are the flat spot right there, the wrinkly section right there in the corner, as well as right there in the top right corner. But other than that, I mean, it's been good enough. Yesterday, 48 hours ago, or 24 hours ago, I tried to like put my finger, or actually I just showed it in the last clip. I rubbed my finger on that section and it came off on my finger. So I've gently touched it today and I can touch all over it. There's nothing is coming off. It's good to go. I'm just gonna install it later tonight. And I think that's about it. I just gotta peel the adhesive off the frog tape, and yeah, would I recommend? Yeah, but in order for perfection, I would definitely need to do a couple more tests, because I don't know if that flat spot was a result of not spraying enough or too much, as well as those two corners. But check out my Instagram, that red Nismo supercharged 370Z eventually. And yeah, leave a comment and I'll get back to you as soon as possible.